Good guys, my name is Lord Tomo. Welcome into another Sonic the Hedgehog Tower Item Collector video. As you know, I'm Lord Tomo. We have a good old blish day, Sonic the Hedgehog, and I shall sing you a song, put him aside, and bring out the bad boy. Dun, 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 dun. This is a Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman, but for argument's sake, I'm going to refer to him solely in this review as Dr. Eggman because that's how they refer him in the game and in the actual cartoons. So don't hold me against it. Don't be like, oh my god, you only like the new stuff and the old stuff. I'm like, yeah, I kind of lived through both generations, so I can't really be biased that much. But yeah, let's just call him Dr. Eggman. So this is the Dr. Eggman Super Deformed plush by Tomy, by none other than Tomy, superb partner of Sega in terms of manufacturer of toys and whatnot. I won't get into too much history between Jazzware, Tommy, and all the other ones, but let's just say Tommy is doing an A-OK job. Good stuff, very good. So this is the series in which they basically just grab the characters of Sonic and they literally just make their head bigger than the actual body. That's the Super Deformed. And you know what? The fact that we have so many variations of plushes, some are high quality, some and some are just weird. These ones make a name for itself, and I think these ones are really superb series. Wave 1 had the basic, which is Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Robotnik. I say Wave 1 because that's when they originally released, and Wave 2 is going to be Amy, Stitch, Styx, Cubot, and Shadow the Hedgehog, and I think they're going to do Orbot as well. Cubot, Orbot. So yeah. I would love to see them do plushes of the other villains in the game. I know people don't like the game, but I didn't necessarily have an issue. Plus, say what you will about the games, but the villains were pretty badass. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to those. When they come out, I will definitely review them. But for now, let's talk about Dr. Robotnik. There are a few hiccups in terms of the actual feedback that I have for the plush itself. Overall, I think it's a great plush. But there are a few of the things that they could have improved on, and I will address them, of course. Now, as made mention, they encapsulated the actual overall design of this plush superbly. I think so, anyway. So you have his overall big fat human head, which is great. You have, of course, his eyes / glasses, which I think is awesome. He kind of looks very demonic in a very insisting way. You know, he's a very sinister character. Great. And I love the fact that they have a very prominent nose coming out of his face. Bonus points on those. And of course you have his big mouth, which kind of looks like in a smile, but like it depends on how you look at it. Kind of looks like he just looks like an overall menacing villain. Let's call the kettle black here. It looks badass. He looks menacing. Not as menacing as the one Shadow based on the pictures, but this guy, he's always been the intellectual menace, whereby Shadow's just been the angsty, you know, evil guy of sorts, depending on who you talk to. Of course, you have his binoculars, which if you see, it goes all the way around. I'll just flip this around because they got this wrong. There we go. So yeah, you have his binoculars which go all the way around across his head and on top, which I think is great, superb, phenomenal, and they're very well stuffed on his binoculars. Great. And of course you have his monstrous large mustache. Now this is where I kind of have, for the better of the word, a critique on it. His mustache looks prominent. His mustache looks very, very pluff. It's good. Like his overall head, his binoculars, his ears, they're very well stuffed. His mustache, not at all. Look how thin it is. There's nothing in it. And the fact that it's nothing in it gives it this flimsy look to it, and to be directly honest with you, it bothers me. I would have preferred them to just put like whatever is inside the head into the mustache. Gives it a very thickness to it, but they didn't, and that bothers me, and it kind of makes it look all flimsy looking. It's just, unless you're not messing around with it works well by itself. But the fact that with most plushes you're going to pick them up anyway to redo position and whatnot, so yeah. You have, of course, his ears, great, and that's his own. Now, the second critique that I have is, look, Dr. Eggman is going through a heavy metal stage. He's very emo today, and he's figured, you know what, why don't I pimp out my ears and put, like, the little hashtag brochure information into it, which, funny enough, has all the information, Tommy, and whatnot. I hate why they do it. Look, Some company, look, I'm just gonna straight start it. I'm not gonna defend myself me making this critique. I don't like the fact that they always put this in a position of the character which takes away from the overall design of the plush itself. Whereby if I was to put it there, it's not as prominent as it has been the other plushes. It just takes away the overall look of the plush. Now, as a collector, I'm not going to remove this, but look, as a collector, it's not very collector friendly having this because it's so big you can rip it off. But at the same time, if you're not a collector, you can just rip it off and it won't even bother you. Now, this is one of those critiques where it's not really a definite critique. It's one of those things where it depends on you, the individual. If you're a collector, yeah, it probably may bother you. If you're not a collector, who really cares? You're going to rip this off anyway. The second thing is this hashtag has the word Sonic Boom. Yeah, we get his Sonic Boom, but I would have preferred at least a picture of Dr. Eggman on it. Even though his name's on the bottom, I just would have preferred it because, well, this, he's not exactly Sonic. He's, unless you're really in the know-how, I guess from a parent point of view, if you know nothing about the fact that Sonic is blue and you see this, you'll be like, oh, this guy's Sonic, he must be part of Sonic, my kid probably understands, I'm just gonna buy it, ha ha ha. I don't know, I'm guessing that's it really, but I hate the fact that he's so massive and it's pimped out on his ears because I'm a sad Dr. Eggman. Let's get into his actual body. Now, it plays very homeless to the actual iteration of the Sonic Boom series, how he's got like a little flap over. I think it's great, phenomenal attention to details, and it's very well stuffed and thick, and of course it follows through all the way to the back to the details, great. And of course you have his little hashtag here which has his little Sonic Boom, it's various information there, not bad. His hands are exactly the same in terms of design, so I'm just going to talk about one of the hands. His hands are extremely well designed in terms of coloration, and plays exact, almost, without the big head, but it plays almost one-to-one to the actual animation, which I think is great. And his hands is obviously crunched up in the face, so I'll get you, hedgehog, which is exactly the same on the other side, and you guys little farms on either side. A great attention to detail. His feet are absolutely massive. Now, unlike the other plushes, where I always critique the soles of the shoes because it takes away from the plush, the fact that his shoes are completely black, it takes nothing away from the plush itself, other than the fact that it looks like he's got two black extruding chest. But other than that, it looks great. The fact is, it doesn't have no string, so you can't lift it up, so you're most likely going to have to sit down, and I think it does take nothing away from it. But look, overall, it's a superb plush. Other than this really bothers me. I don't know why it does, but it does. I got it for $10. You can purchase it in most places, Amazon, eBay, most retailers. In Australia, I'm not too sure because Australia doesn't really like Sonic as much as every other country. In the US, I know you can get like Barnes & Noble, GameStop, and Target and all that sort of stuff. So check those stores out. I'll go online because what can a boy do? $10 rarity, 1 out of 10. You can definitely purchase it pretty much anywhere, so it's not super rare. It may be rare in the future, I don't know, but until now it is what it is. But look, honestly, in terms of the Super Deformed Head plush series, phenomenal series. I'm really digging them, and the fact that I've seen the other ones, Stitch, Shadows, Cubot, and all the other ones, great. I love it, especially for display purposes as well. Guys, let me know what your thoughts on this. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it something that you will purchase? I highly recommend it, but it's totally up to you. But anyway, thank you so much for checking out this review. Have fun, speed on, and of course, take care.